We decided to do a Q&A on Instagram. Did we do IVF? This one says, what's your due date? And our due date is, check this thing out.
Look at that thing.
How do you guys make
Okay guys, this is how you make twins.
I picked the names out for our future kids before Alessia was even born. You want to know what they are?
Go ahead.
Okay guys, we are so happy. You guys all know our news. We've had a flood of questions coming in about
So many questions.
our pregnancy and what it's like to be pregnant with twins, all of it. So we decided to do a Q&A on Instagram and we're gonna answer all of your questions right here.
But first, make sure you subscribe, like, comment below, hit the bell notification. We have a couple really fun videos planned. I've been filming this whole way through the pregnancy, so we're gonna do a few videos coming up, so make sure you don't miss out.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, so I have them on my phone here. All right, so the first question, which is...
This one was just repetitive all throughout my Q&A.
Yep.
Did we do IVF? And the answer is no, we didn't. I went in and got blood tests done to see if my hormones were all right, to see if all my vitamins were good, and everything was totally normal. So we just decided to keep doing what we were doing, try not to stress too much, and...
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah,
and
we tried so many different things. We'll probably actually make another video talking about all the things we did differently and how it worked for each one of those things for us. If you guys are interested in that, let us know. But yeah, no IVF.
How are you feeling with 2 babies versus 1?
Obviously, finding out we were having 2 babies at the same time was a huge shock.
Yeah, I think initially you're just shocked.
Yeah, we did not expect this at all. Like I said, we didn't do any kind of like fertility treatments or anything, so this was not something that was on our radar. I didn't think I had twins on my side of the family at all, and Arie's mom was older when she had her twins, so that was just kind of like a fluke happening.
Yeah, my twin brothers are identical, so if you have identical twins, it's not passed on as a genetic trait, so that is more just a by chance, and it happens a lot in older women.
Well, the funny thing is, Arie, like, I don't know why you were looking this up, but he was Googling like a week before we found out, like, what are the odds of people having twins? And he was like, okay, if you're overweight, you have a higher chance. If you are tall, you have a higher chance. If you're older, what are some of the other things?
Actually,
if you're African American.
Yeah, if you're Caucasian,
and
the chances are less.
I was in none of those categories.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, there's like 0 chance I'm ever gonna have twins.
Yeah, but and it's kind of wild. You cannot really find a definitive percentage or what the chances are, because there are so many couples now having twins through fertility treatments, and they're all kind of lumped into one statistic. So statistically speaking, twins are more common now than they used to be, because a lot more people are doing IVF.
Yeah.
But this is a natural pregnancy, so
yeah, it was such a shock. Like, never once crossed my mind that she was gonna say something like that. So that's why my reaction was kind of all over the place. I was like, what?
You're like scared, you're happy.
So excited, but so terrified. I'm really excited. I am, like, I don't care about gaining weight. I gained 50 pounds with Alessia, and I honestly, like, tried to gain as much weight as I could. I would eat ice cream, like, all day, every day.
And I gained some weight with
Just
her.
because I wanted to see, like, if I could do it, because I never really gained that much weight before. And I felt like I had a good excuse at the time. So I'm not, like, super worried about it, but I have seen some pictures of twin and triplet moms, and I'm terrified, especially for, like, shorter women, because you have less space for the babies to go this way, so I think the belly just goes that way.
Yeah.
And it just looks like your skin is paper thin, so I'm like really scared about that.
We've been YouTubing like pregnancy progression videos, which we're gonna do one. We've already shot a one for 10 weeks and one for 12 weeks, and it's gonna be like, every time I watch one of those, I'm just amazed.
When Arie was in COVID, he watched one of these from this other twin mom, and he sent it to me, and he's like, I literally just cried watching this like 4 times.
It's just so beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty. I loved it. So we're gonna do that.
All right, so the next question is, what does die mean? And if you watched our other video, our doctor said, oh, you have die twins. So
it means dichorionic and diamniotic, and that just means that the twins developed separately in their own sacs and they have their own placentas. So they could be fraternal and they could be identical. I think there's a 30% chance that di twins can still be identical. identical.
Correct.
But our doctor is pretty positive that ours are fraternal because of the thickness of the septum in between them. It's like very thick. And then also there is something called a twin peak.
Yeah, it almost looks like it.
That I learned about yesterday, where there's like a point in between them where they meet. And I guess that's what you see with fraternal twins.
Yeah, so more than likely fraternal.
Yeah.
Small chance identical.
So this one says, what's your due date? And our due date is July 3rd.
Yep.
But I met with one of our doctors yesterday and she said I won't go past 38 weeks. So it'll be early to mid-June. On average, twin moms give birth to their babies at 35 to 36 weeks. So yeah, that would be early June.
And like, you know, I know it's an emotional thing to talk about, but Lauren and I were laying in bed the other night, and Alessia was born on May 29th, and we also suffered that miscarriage around her birthday. So there is a possibility that our twins could be born on around that same anniversary, which is just kind of a wild thought.
Mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing.
Are you worried you won't give Alessia enough attention with twins? Yes.
Yes.
I'm worried about this.
We're worried about it. I think every parent worries about this, especially because there's so much love and affection with your firstborn, and I think there's always a part of you that wonders if you can love another baby as much.
Yeah.
I think every parent says that, and then they say, yes, you can. As soon as this new baby or babies for us arrives, I feel like we'll be able to love that baby just as much as Alessia, but still give Alessia the attention she needs. And I think that's something that we're going to be really mindful of moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know realistically what it's going to be like when I first have them, because I remember what it was like having Alessia as a newborn. And I know that she consumed so much of my time, and I didn't sleep much in the beginning. So I know that I'm probably going to be pretty consumed with the twins at the beginning.
Yeah.
Mostly me.
I think I'll have to take on a bigger role with Alessia.
Yeah, he'll have to step in more with Alessia because I'm going to try and breastfeed the twins, and like, don't know how that's going to go. I don't have high expectations for myself. I'm just going to
Breastfeeding was a very stressful time for Lauren with Alessia, just because she really wanted to hit a certain milestone as far as how long she was breastfeeding, and it was hard for her because her supply wasn't like the greatest at times.
Yeah, I stressed about it all day, every day.
And I think the stress added to the lack of supply. So now you have two. I don't even know.
Yeah, but I don't have as high expectations this time as I did last time.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that'll work in my favor, who knows? But I'm just kind of thinking, how do you actually hold two at the same time? Like, do you feed one?
Do I hold one?
I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. Maybe any of you twin moms out there watching this can give me some tips on that.
Okay, so the question is, does it scare you potentially being a dad of 3 girls? And yes, that terrifies me. Just because there's like, Alessia is already so much like Lauren. She is like stubborn.
Oh.
She wants to do things her own way all the time. And then the next minute she's like the sweetest, cutest little thing ever.
That's how I am?
That's how you are too. You're like, one minute you're like, and the next minute you're like, come here, you know? And it's like so sweet. And
I think she's worse than me, to be
I don't
honest.
know how I can 3 girls and Lauren. If I'm that outnumbered,
what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You're a good girl dad. I think you can handle it.
I feel like I have the experience with Alessia, so I feel confident, but I also feel like it'd be fun to have a boy because it would like mix it up a little bit and give me like a little like homie to hang out with other than the girls, you know?
Yeah.
To do boy stuff with, because I'm already throwing Alessia on. She already has a car. She has a unicorn she rides around.
He tries to teach her how to drive the unicorn as it's like a race car.
As it's like a little motorcycle. Yeah, of course.
He's like, oh my gosh, she's so good at steering.
And we were at
already.
the motocross track with Dallin and Josh, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at these little kids. And I came home and I was like, we're getting Alessia a dirt bike, and she's
I'm like, absolutely
no.
not. We are not doing that.
So it would be really fun to have a boy, but we're just kind of like, expectation is just whatever happens, I'm good with. You know, I'm just so thankful and like happy to have 2. It doesn't matter.
Okay, the next question is, do you have names picked out? And I picked the names out for our future kids before Alessia was even born. I've had them ready to go.
Okay.
You want to know what they are?
Go ahead. No. No, we can't tell you.
All right, we'll tell you guys when they're born.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to tell you. We have to keep some stuff, you know, between us. But yeah, we are excited, and their names, what they mean is really interesting because we didn't know.
Yeah, we picked them like almost 2 years ago now, and we just found out what they mean, and it's just so symbolic of like our journey and where we are in this whole thing now. And I found out and I just freaking lost it the other day.
It was so
I was like
great.
Googling it in bed and I was like, Arie, this one means blah blah blah, and this one means oh my god, I can't even.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't
Yeah.
wait to be able to tell you guys what they are. What are your pregnancy cravings?
Yeah, what are they, Lauren? Everything.
Honestly, it's like some days it's everything. Like I could eat literally anything all day. And then other days I'm totally turned off by everything else. I can't even talk right now. I'm like, ugh. I can't even think about
Got some
food.
gas reflex going
No, I
on.
just can't think about food. It makes me like burpy and gross.
Yeah, so Lauren
Yeah.
wakes up first thing in the morning. We'll probably do a vlog on this because it's super interesting to me because the first thing she does is eat. Like normally she'd like sit there and hang with us and then Alessia would get some milk and then she'd have some breakfast. But now she's like immediately when she wakes up in the morning, she's like, I'm so hungry.
Before Arie even has coffee normally, I'm eating like a huge bowl of cereal
Yeah,
or
True.
something.
yeah. And so, yeah, it is interesting. You're eating kind of like random stuff too all the time.
I'll do a what I eat in a day pregnancy style for you guys. My cravings are different from what they were with Alessia. With Alessia, all I wanted was, in the beginning I wanted meatballs and like red meat all the time.
Yep.
And then I wanted ice cream, all kinds of sweets. I wanted every dessert that was sitting in front of me. But now I'm like totally grossed out by sweets. I don't want ice cream. He ordered crumble cookies, which are like the best cookies in the world last night.
I ate them all myself.
I couldn't eat any of it. I was just like, ugh, the thought of that just grosses me out. So this one I've weirdly been craving like raw fruits and vegetables. I just want like cut up tomatoes with basil and olive oil and salt and pepper and stuff like that.
Healthier stuff, which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But I have to eat a lot more to fill myself up, which sucks because I'm
Yeah.
always hungry already anyways.
Okay, so this question's for me. Have you noticed any differences in Lauren between her pregnancy with Alessia and this one? Yeah, so we touched on it a little bit. Definitely the food is different, what you're craving, what you're eating. Your energy level, I think this one's hitting you a lot harder. The morning sickness is more intense.
And it's not in the morning.
It's not in the
all
morning, it's
day.
like all day, evening. Now it's moved to like headaches, and I feel like you didn't really have headaches that much with Alessia.
I don't remember having them at all.
I feel like with Alessia, when Lauren was 12 weeks, it was like a light switch. She was back to herself. She was in the gym. She was hiking. She was super active. And now the morning sickness is just kind of carrying through to the second trimester. So it's just been a lot harder on her, I would say, right?
Yep. Are those the only differences?
Yeah. Yeah. You're still sweet all the time. I guess the hormones are flying a little bit more intensely this time, but
My belly's a lot bigger.
belly is a lot bigger for
Like,
sure.
check this thing out.
Look at that thing.
I can't wear pants over it because it hurts, so I just put them on. It's just sticking out there.
Lauren started showing, gosh, at like 9-10 weeks, already had a little belly. So it's crazy. And last time with Alessia, she didn't start showing till our wedding week, which is
21 weeks. It was
21
after our
weeks.
wedding.
So
Crazy. That's what I look like now. Or that's what I looked like at 8 weeks.
yeah, that's wild. So it's cool. So this might be TMI, but did you guys try for this? Did you track anything to time it? Obviously we didn't try for twins, but
No, we were just trying to have a baby, like one.
yeah. And this might be like, I don't know, this might be may warrant its own video because
It definitely does, because there were, like, we tried for, this was our 6th month when we got pregnant with the twins.
Yeah.
So, like, each month we were doing something different. So we'll go through some of the things that we tried.
More
But
on
no,
that
we
later.
weren't trying to have twins.
Oh no, we're definitely trying, but not trying to have twins.
So this one is, will you be done having kids after the twins? The answer is we don't know.
We don't know.
But I've been teasing Arie on and off, like, okay, like maybe we won't be done after we have the twins. Maybe we'll have one more, because like we need even numbers, right?
That's, I think also has to do with gender.
I also felt like I just always felt like I would be pregnant 3 times. So like even though I'm getting 3 kids, I'm still gonna be only pregnant twice.
Yeah.
So I might feel like I'm not done. I don't know.
We don't know.
We're just gonna have them.
Maybe these twins will just wreck us, and
They could.
we'll just be like
And then we'll
so
be like,
exhausted.
Okay, it's time to quit.
Yeah. I
But
don't know.
but we might get them, and they get to that age where they're playing with each other, and them and Alessia are just like great together, and it's so fun, and we're like, okay, we can handle another one.
Yeah, maybe.
Like they don't even want to hang out with us anymore. We gotta have another baby.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. Okay, so the question is, does Alessia understand she's getting 2 new siblings?
I don't think she does.
I don't think she does, but she's been doing something that's so cute. She has 2 dolls. She grabs them both and puts them in the stroller, and then like drives the stroller around the house.
Yeah, I don't know if she knows.
I don't think she knows, but
weirdly is
started doing that randomly on her own.
Yeah, they're like her 2 little Cabbage Patch dolls. She just puts them in the stroller next to each other and pushes them around. So maybe she understands more than we think, but
we've been watching a lot of baby videos on YouTube too.
I was trying to tell her last night, I had my belly out and I was like, give the babies a kiss. There's 2. We gotta give them 2 kisses. And she just was like pouncing on my belly. I thought it was so funny. So like,
she was not gentle at all.
I don't know if she understands it or not.
No, I don't think she does yet. I think she might when Lauren's belly gets bigger.
Yeah, maybe when she can like feel them kick and stuff, it'll hit her. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so earlier we answered a question about IVF, but this is also a different question.
Yeah, so the question is, were you on fertility medication? And the answer is no. From what I know, that would be like Clomid or any of those other drugs. I don't really know much about them, but no, we weren't taking them. Will you be getting a bigger house? I don't know. I mean,
Maybe.
We're gonna try and stay here, make this one work because we love this house. We bought it envisioning like the backyard being all grass and the kids being able to play on the playground out there.
Yeah, the house is just, I love this house. I love the property. So if we can find a way to add on a room, I think it'll work for us. And so I think, the first like 6 months, the babies will just be in one room together. So, or maybe even longer. My twin brothers literally shared a room until they were 12. So we just don't know, we just don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, we do want to stay here.
Can people who have twins have a natural birth? And this is something that we've been learning about recently. And the answer is yes. I think like I had Alessia naturally or like vaginally, and I would prefer to do that with the twins too, but I've been having talks with my doctors for the past couple weeks, and they basically are like, you just have to be able to go with the flow. Like if you go into labor and we go in and do ultrasound and see that they're not both head down, then it's probably best to do a C-section because, or at least in my opinion, I think it is, because there is the potential that if the first one's head down and the other one's not, they could deliver the first one and then you have to either deliver the second one breech, or they can try and turn them, but sometimes their head can get stuck and you will lose that second baby. So I would rather not take that risk and also I don't want to risk having to deliver one vaginally and do a C-section. So I would rather do vaginally if they're both head down, but if not, I'll do a C-section.
Yeah, I think that's the ideal is natural birth.
Yeah.
It was so fun for me as a dad to witness Alessia and to see her little head and then like hold Lauren's leg and like, I don't know, I just felt like that was such a really cool experience. And I haven't experienced obviously the C-section birth, but I just know that you'd be totally scrubbed in. And
I can't even like see what's going on down there. Like, I don't want to have a mirror or anything. I think I would be totally freaked out to see that situation. I could never unsee that. So I don't want to like visually see it. But I thought it was really cool that we were all involved in the whole birth together. And like Arie was there holding my leg. And I was actually like touched Alessia's head as she was coming out. And like with these two, I kind of want to have one of those moments where I like pull them out myself.
Yeah.
Which I think would just be like, it's maybe weird to people who haven't had babies, but I think it's like kind of an empowering moment.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it'd be cool, but we're just gonna roll with it. Whatever's safest for the babies.
Yeah. So this question says, in the video they were measuring 6 weeks instead of 7. How are they on the growth now? So the babies slowly but surely caught up to where they were supposed to be. So now we are keeping the same original due date because they actually caught up to that date. So everything is looking good. How do you guys make
Okay,
twins?
guys, this is how you make twins. We don't know.
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
I weirdly have had so many messages from moms saying that they had a miscarriage and then their next rainbow babies were
Twins. Yeah.
Like what? maybe that's a thing.
Maybe that's a thing, so always hold out hope.
All right, you guys. Well, that was the majority of the questions we got over and over again, so we wanted to definitely address those. But if you guys have any more, feel free to drop them in the comments, and if we get enough, maybe we'll do another video like this too.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We'll talk to you guys again soon.
All right,
Bye.
see ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good
Bye. 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 Bye.